Hey, and welcome back to another video. I'm super excited because today marks 30 days of no smoking. I quit weed and nicotine. It's been 30 days and I wanted to share today what I've learned over this experience. So without further ado, let's just get right into it. Number one, I've learned that this time quitting has been easy because I had a huge goal in mind and not all these little superficial goals like get my fitness together because I want to look good or this or that, but the big goal in mind. Like I want to get my life together. I want to record that album, and the music wasn't happening when I was getting high. It was just, yeah, I would dibble dabble, come up with a couple ideas, but nothing would get to the finish line when you get high. Yeah, you feel inspired and you have a little idea, but nothing gets to the finish line. So my big why was I wanted to make YouTube videos. I want to get my music together. So just something that I learned from this time of getting sober, getting off weed and getting off cigarettes and smoking was having a big why, having a big goal in mind is a huge helpful factor in getting through it and keeping you going, keeping you strong. Okay, number two, as a singer, as somebody who cares about their health, smoking is like the dumbest thing you can ever do. I learned how much, just by getting sober, I realized how much stuff was in my lungs because I was still coughing, and I still even sometimes, even now, I'm still feeling like there's stuff sitting in my lungs and still have that chesty cough. So it's gonna take some time to get rid of that. But the fact that I would just keep on letting that happen as a singer, as somebody who cares about my health and wants to stay healthy, no. Very not good. So part of my grammar in this video, we're throwing grammar out the window because we're just trying to tell you what I learned from 30 days of quitting weed and smoking. So have a huge goal in mind, like your overall goals, have a bigger why. That's gonna get you to the other side. Number two, smoking is horrible for your health. I don't think I need to say too much about that. I think everybody understands. As a singer, it dries out your throat. It's horrible for your lungs, for your heart. Okay, now number three, ambition. If you've been following along with this series as I went day by day quitting smoking, a huge thing that shifted in me this month was my ambition. About like the 2 weeks mark, just past the 2 week mark, my ambition I realized how much more I want to achieve my dreams, and I started taking steps to making them happen. And it's crazy how much weed suppresses your ambition and your drive to go and do things. Since I quit weed, my ambition is crazy. All I want to do all day and every day is work and serve and get to where I want to go and achieve that why and be my fullest potential and give my 100% every single day, which I love. That's the way the life should be. Give it 100%. You don't want to be on that deathbed and thinking that you didn't give it your all. At least I don't. All right, moving along. After ambition, I learned that when you smoke and when you're running away from your stuff, you have a lot of undealt with emotions, and there's lots of stuff that you're shoving down. For me personally, I had a lot of shame and guilt that I was shoving down, and as I quit, I had a lot of dreams. My dreams were showing me that. My dreams were showing me my demons. And that shame and guilt that I felt was only multiplied and exponentially grew with smoking, because the smoking came along with its own shame and guilt. And it was like a psychic person once told me that I'm addicted to my shame. I didn't really understand that. But now that I've kind of allowed myself to process my feelings and my emotions through like actually feeling them and not running away, I'm realizing that I had so much shame and guilt put on me as I was growing up, and then I just added more to that with all my vices. And so for me it was shame and guilt, but for other people it might be other stuff. But there was lots of sadness and lots of things that I was just shoving down. But if you shove it down, the problem only grows. And so you gotta deal with it, and sometimes it means living with the pain. But it's a beautiful thing because you can only feel happiness, the amount of happiness that you feel, the amount of your sadness. So if you feel that, you're gonna get to feel joy on a different level. So it's important to feel through your stuff. Okay, number 5, I found that making videos or some form, if it's not videos for you, some form of accountability every single day in a check-in is extremely helpful, because otherwise you can let things go. One thing can trigger you, you think you're not held accountable to anything, and then you can kind of let it go. These videos were a big key in me making it through this past month and getting to 30 days, which is pretty exciting for me, because as y'all know, it was like 5 years of smoking the bong for me, and I tried to quit a couple times, but I always came back to it, and I felt like I had no choice, and I just ran back to it because I didn't want to deal with my suffering. But you have to deal with your suffering, you know? Pain is important, and you have to feel your feelings. That's what it is. Getting high is fun and all with the substance, but you can be way higher if you're not on a substance. And that kind of goes hand in hand with the thing I was saying. You can only feel that the extent of joy to the extent of sadness that you feel as well. Functional addiction. That's who I was. I was a functional addict. I would take substances and do my everyday tasks, and it would be okay because I became a functional addict. I was functioning while doing the drugs. And that is a huge problem. It can creep up on you, and you might not even realize it. That like, oh, the days are going by and I'm doing all my tasks and I'm getting high. So you need to stay on top of that, because it will creep up on you, and then the addiction becomes really hard to deal with later. Anyway, moving forward, I love this. Triggers are just an opportunity for growth, but it's our choice to see it as an opportunity for growth, or to see it as a trigger. And to see it as a, oh my God, it's a trigger, life is too hard. Or we can say it's hard, but it's good because it's hard. Because that means that this is an opportunity for me to grow. And I can take that opportunity to grow, or I can go back to my old ways. I really like that, because it reminds me that even if I do feel triggered, it's an opportunity. A trigger is an opportunity for growth. I absolutely love that. I love that I wrote that. That's my favorite thing that I wrote on here. And then another thing is, a lot of times people have addictive qualities, and I'm one of those people who kind of has an addictive personality. And so every time I try to quit before, I just had to go at 100%, had to get my diet right at the same time, and get my physical exercise right at the same time, and just get everything right. Make sure I'm journaling every day, make sure I'm doing everything every day that replaces getting high, and then I'm filling my days with stuff that's self-development. But this time I started with the intention of being really easy on myself and just doing a little bit each day. And a little bit each day turned into getting to that point of feeling like, oh, I'm really striving and I'm doing all the things that I said I wanted to do for so long. But one thing at a time. So slowly but surely, you know, I started drinking a little bit more ginger. I decided that coffee, I don't need it. And I don't need caffeine because I'm not getting high. I'm not groggy as much. I don't need that thing to dry me out and give me artificial caffeinated energy. I need tea. I need those herbs. That's what's gonna help my body. So I started drinking lemon ginger tea. That's my main thing. Look at my little chip mug, you know. But yeah, I started running because I realized that I didn't do it for vanity. I did it because I needed to get my lungs together and heal my lungs. So I started running, and now I'm running every day. Instead of drinking coffee, I'm drinking lemon ginger tea. I'm eating healthier. I got my breakfast right. You know what I mean? I'm focusing. I'm making a video every day, but slowly but surely, I'm just adding little things that's making me really, really healthy, and showing up in these little ways every day. In the same way that shame every day, I was showing up for my shame, it exponentially grew. Showing up in ways that's gonna shed light on my shame, showing up in ways that's gonna heal me and make me healthier, that's also gonna exponentially grow, and that's gonna be when I get to shine my light the brightest. And that's why this month has taught me so much, and I'm so grateful that I made it a month off weed and nicotine. And I plan to stay the rest of my life this way, but I know it's not easy. I know that things don't always go as you want them to go. but I'm super grateful that I made it through this month. I'm grateful that I have people along the journey with me this time. I'm gonna keep making videos, okay? I'm trying a little new setup with the backgrounds different, the lightings. I got a little lighting going on. But I'm gonna keep making videos, and I'm ready to turn this channel into something else and kind of like go into different avenues about my life and talk about other things. Not just like, oh, I was a stoner and now I'm trying to be sober and this is just like a sobriety channel. No, I'm gonna try to do a little bit of story time, motivation things, and different things. I hope y'all stay tuned. But I think I might just do like check-ins every once in a while. I might keep making my video diaries every day because they're super helpful for me. Or I might just turn on the camera when I need to. But it's been 30 days. It's been a month of sobriety, and I feel really, really good, and I feel like I'm in alignment. I know things can fall apart really quickly, and 30 days is just a little blip in the grand scheme of things. But I feel proud of myself, and I feel good, and I'm ready to see what life will offer, what life will bring. And I'm excited to keep making videos. My name's Abu. I will see you in the next video. Thank you for being here with me. I love you so much. Bye-bye.